Hey everybody, it's Caleb Leverett, and I've got a bombshell to report. Many of you may have heard that the actor, Mr. Johnny Depp, has submitted 87 videos of Amber Heard, his ex-wife, attacking him to court. I'm not a big Hollywood follower. I don't really like most Hollywood actors. I happen to like Johnny Depp. He's always been a little strange, but I like his work. He was apparently caught up in a domestic abuse case by his lovely ex-wife, Miss Amber Heard. And this came out just a few days ago, maybe a couple weeks, but I just now found it. I remember hearing about this several years ago, but Mr. Depp is fighting back, and he's fighting back the intelligent way. Looks like that after years of accusations, name-calling, statements by lawyers, valid and fake evidence, the messy and high-profile case of Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard might finally be getting some clarity. According to reports, Johnny has not only filed a $50 million lawsuit against the 32-year-old actress, he's also submitted a sea full of new evidence to the court, claiming that Amber severely abused Depp, and it was never the other way around, and not the way Amber Heard made it look like. He has called Heard's complaint 2016 nothing but an elaborate hoax. I'm not going to read all of this, but to me this is really powerful. And this is not male versus female. This is right versus wrong. Admittedly, years ago, during my most depressed times, sorry, I've got something in my throat, I was admittedly a full-blown misogynist. I didn't like women. I hated them all, everybody except London, of course. And that was just a part of the depression that I went through, but I got through it. And the reason I'm making such a big deal about this is this happened several years ago. And yeah, someone like Johnny Depp, he's got the money to fight it, blah, blah, blah. But he handled it in the correct way, I think. After just 2 years of their marriage, Heard filed for divorce, claiming that Depp was abusive and a wife beater who had hit her multiple times and once, quote unquote, grabbed her by the hair and threw a phone in her face. I've actually had that happen to me. Not just that, he had also filed for a restraining order. No, she had filed a restraining order against him, which left a huge spot on Johnny's image in the industry and cost him one of the most iconic movie franchise he was part of, the Pirates of the Caribbean. Quote, Johnny then grabbed the cell phone, wound his arm up like a baseball pitcher, and threw the cell phone at me, striking my cheek. Who talks like that? And I, with great force. He then forcibly pulled back my hair, and as I attempted to stand from the sofa, Johnny continued screaming at me, pulling my hair, striking me, violently grabbing my face, she mentioned in her lawsuit. Depp, however, has denied all accusations made against him and has had enough of the drama. The gloves are coming off. Pictures of Johnny Depp with his big bruise under his eye and gruesome picture of his severed fingers surfaced, which reportedly backed the claims made by Depp, and the ones who are supporting Heard are now in shock. According to The Blast, the lawsuit states, quote, Ms. Heard purported to write from the perspective of a public figure representing domestic abuse and claimed that she felt the full force of our culture's wrath for women who speak out when she spoke up against sexual violence. The suit also calls Amber a perpetrator and not a victim. And it quotes a bunch of, suddenly people are supporting Johnny Depp on Twitter. Full details of the case filed by Depp against Amber have been made public, and now Depp has submitted not one or two, but 87 videos of Heard attacking Depp. And the ones who were suspecting Depp to be the predator are sitting back in silence now, shocked. The lawsuit claims that Amber Heard made everything up to emerge as the victim in the hashtag Me Too era and gain herself some positive publicity and, quote, advance her career. It also adds that Amber's claims were never proven and were, quote, conclusively refuted by two separate responding police officers. Good for them. And for everybody who says, I hate everything that all cops do, bullshit. Good for these two cops. A litany of neutral third-party witnesses and 87 newly obtained surveillance camera videos. Keyword camera. The actor in his lawsuit also alleges that Amber had an affair with Tesla founder Elon Musk. This is getting really, really, really raunchy. I mean, either Johnny Depp is nuts or he's got balls of steel and he's pulling out all the stops. No later than a month after she and Depp married in 2015, according to People magazine. The paint hadn't even dried, and she's already getting plowed by Elon Musk, according to Johnny Depp. Amber would receive late night visits from Musk while Depp was out of the country on film shoots. Man, oh man. The latest report that includes a surveillance video Amber's sister Whitney heard. Let me see, punching her in the face, and then all of them, including Amber's best friend Pennington, laughed. Let's see, Ms. Heard became the darling of the Me Too movement, was the first actress named a human rights champion of the United Nations Human Rights Office, was appointed ambassador on women's rights at the American Civil Liberties Union, and was hired by L'Oreal Paris as its global spokesperson, Depp's attorney said. Man, oh my gosh. This, again, I'm not doing this as a men's rights necessarily. I happen to be on Johnny Depp's side, but Johnny, you went about it in all the right ways. Human nature, thousands of years ago, we would have just handled it. There wasn't law and order, and as much as some people, including myself, question the law and order and the crooked system which we're in, it is the system in which we're in, and yet we're adapting. We're figuring out how to use our cameras to protect ourselves. And let's see, legendary singer and songwriter Alice Cooper has come forward in support of Depp. All the stuff you heard last year about Johnny, 99% was just bull. I've never seen him look better in my life. And it goes on and on and on. And this is how you do it. You don't win by getting violent and losing your shit and losing your cool and throwing things. That's when you lose. Maybe that worked instinctively thousands of years ago in human nature. I don't know. But that's not how it works now. You keep your cool, you bide your time. Johnny, if you ever see this, hats off to you, brother. I know it sucks what you went through because a lot of us have gone through it, but I will say this, at least you were married to Amber Heard and not Amber Geiger. Have a good day. Congratulations, Johnny Depp.